McCormick approaches, puts his right foot to the ball, and pops it in the air. Brandon Innes pounds his chest, and he feels the kick of the 1. Brings it up the middle of the field to the 10, to the 15, and he's going to be thrown down around the 17-yard line. Brandon Innes, as he got swarmed by some of the Grambling players who were right on the spot, and Julian Sayin in a shotgun with Peoples off his right hip. Julian Sayin gets the snap, sets up at the 10 to pass. He'll look and shoot that up the middle of the field to Innes. Gets to the Ohio State 29, where he is taken down at the 29 by cornerback Tyrell Raby, and it's a first down pickup presented by Kroger, and the Buckeyes going to get right on the ball. Second in Ohio State, 7 to go, working from their own 33, opening drive of the game. Snap to Sayin, gives it on a reverse. Innes going around the right side. Innes to his own 35, to the 40, and he's going to be cut down at his own 40-yard line by corner Blake Davis of Grambling State.
Innes responsible for 2 first downs already on this drive. 1 on a reception, that time on a reverse. Picks up the first.
For Ohio State, working with the Grambling 47. Sayin, play fakes, looks, shoots that down the middle of the field. Wide open receivers got it, and going all the way into the end zone will be Kazmarek for a touchdown. His first as an Ohio State Buckeye. Will Kazmarek on a 47-yard pass play from Julian Sayin, and Ohio State strikes early with a TD pass to go up 6-0.
Now, very efficient, as you saw. Ohio State playing at a fast tempo. They want to get a lot of plays into this ball game, and we had the big play there. They looked at the wide receivers, had those guys pretty much checked up. Julian Sayin saw Will Kazmarek running right down the middle of the field, and he put it on the money, and Kazmarek ends up in the end zone.
Grambling down a touchdown, 2nd and 3 with the ball to their own 44. Xavier T-Sat in a shotgun, gets the snap. Looks to pass quickly, rolling to his left, throws on the run, and that ball's caught by Knighton, who's dropped right at the Grambling 42 by safety Caleb Downs, similar to the play he made on 4th down last week, bringing up, of course, in 3rd down.
And they're going to lose maybe a yard and a half on that play. Just a great open field tackle there by number 2, Caleb Downs. He was right there to fire when that pass was caught and to make the tackle.
Yeah, so that tackle, Jim, makes it 3rd and 4. Grambling State at their own 43. Sayin in a shotgun. James Peoples next to him in the backfield. Snap to Sayin, back at his 4. Looks to pull the trigger. Sayin looks, feeds that one up the left side, and wide open Smith at the 50, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. Jeremiah Smith. He got behind everybody, even the peanut vendors, and he takes it into the end zone for an 87-yard touchdown pass, and Ohio State up 13-0.
Wide open on that play. Julian Sayin bought a little extra time with his feet, rolled out a little bit to his left, allowing Jeremiah Smith to keep working his route. The closest Tiger defender was 5 or 6 yards away from Julian Smith. And Julian Sayin, or Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sayin put it on the money. A lot of J's there.
Yes, it is. And they'll hand it Eaton, swinging out wide to the left, gets by one defender, but a couple more tracking down. Linebacker Sonny Stiles, corner Davis and Igmanoson chase him out on the left side of the 26-yard line of Grambling State. And right on the ball go the Buckeyes, 1st and 10 to their own 47. Snap to Julian Sayin, fakes a handoff, looks, flips that one down to right seam, where it's caught by Jelani Thurman at the 30 of Grambling State, taken down at the 27 of the Tigers is Jelani Thurman by safety Devin Williams. Back-to-back first down plays.
You know, they got 3 tight ends that are like 6'6" and above. And
Donaldson in the backfield. Snap to Sayin. He's going to go on top. Pass goes into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! What a grab. Carnell Tate, left corner of the end zone as he got behind corner Tyrell Raby in the air, snatched it, came down to the ground with a score, and the Buckeyes now up 20-0.
Well, made his decision to hurry there, Julian Sayin. He looked to his left all the way, was looking towards number 17, Carnell Tate, as he's going up the Ohio State sideline and throws a perfect pass for only Carnell Tate to grab.
His second TD catch of the season, Carnell Tate, coupled with the one last week against Texas. Ohio State's got Carnell Tate flanked to the right, 2 receivers to the left, one of them coming in motion to the backfield, but Sayin's going to throw. Plants his feet, guns down the middle of the field, wide open Tate, got it at the Grambling 20, taken down to the 15. Carnell Tate ran into that deep ball before he was dropped by corner Blake Davis. Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone on that completion.
Little play action there by Ohio State. Julian faked the handoff, rolled back into the pocket, had perfect protection, and found Carnell Tate running right through the middle.
How about the wavelength they're on, Jim?
Yeah.
Center Carson Hinsman right on the ball. Ready to snap it to Julian Sayin, who's going to deliver a pass once more. Right corner of the end zone, wide open score, Jeremiah Smith. As he got under that 9-yard pass from Julian Sayin, their second hookup of the day. 27-0 Ohio State.
Buckeyes took it right down the field after their defense got a stop, forced a field goal attempt, which Grambling missed. Ohio State took it rapidly right down the field. Had a couple big plays there. Obviously the big one to Carnell Tate put him in position, and next play They get in the end zone with another touchdown pass. That's 4 now for Julian Sayin, who's 15 of 15 for 269 yards.
PAT unit on. John Furman to snap. Joe McGuire to put it down, and Jaden Fielding's kick is in the air, and it splits the uprights. Left-handed quarterback gets the snap. It was a low one, but he hands it off Bradford, who's bumped backwards, and he's going to be wrestled and thrown down. C.J. Hicks brings him down as he busted that play up right around the Grambling State 10.
Tackle for loss for number 11, C.J. Hicks. Working at left defensive end over the right tackle there. Got in the backfield in a hurry.
After having been a linebacker previously. Xavier Tsat in a shotgun with Tony Phillips next to him in the backfield. On third down for the Tigers. Snap to Tsat. He's at his 12. Shoots it up the middle field. Intercepted. And jumping on that ball is Caleb Downs, safety, falling down at the 21 of Grambling State. That ball was thrown right into his headgear. Caleb Downs had no choice but to pick it off. And the Buckeyes knocking on the door with an interception by safety Caleb Downs.
Yeah, Tsat, he put a lot on that football. As you said, that was a bullet right into number 2, Caleb Downs' hands. Good job catching that.
Caleb Downs, who had 2 interceptions last season. None bigger than the one he had against Texas in the Cotton Bowl. But now gets that theft. And Ohio State with their second interception of the year. They'll have the ball first and 10 at the Grambling State 21-yard line. Julian Sayin, Ennis motioning behind the backfield, but the give is going to go to Donaldson, right side to the 30 of Grambling, to the 20. He'll chug his way all the way up to the 10, where he is taken down at the 10. C.J. Donaldson tackled at the 10-yard line by safety Christian Williams, will be the up man in an I formation. Nobody out wide. Goal to go from the Grambling State 2. Sayin under center. Gets the football, hands it Donaldson, going past right guard. Donaldson pushing to the end zone. Touchdown. C.J. Donaldson, his second of the season on a 2-yard lunge. 34-0 Ohio State.
Well, we saw that same formation last week against Texas on 4th and 1. They ran to the left side. This time they ran it to the right side and got in the end zone.
So Vigil, the center, over the ball for Grambling, snaps it to Xavier Tsat, hands it off, and there immediately at the 24-yard line is tackled Caden McDonald, bringing down Trey Brown. Oh, they picked up the ball and ran the other way, and it was in the hands of Ohio State's linebacker Riley Pettyjohn, who ran into the end zone for a defensive touchdown. Looked down for a moment, all of a sudden they were running the other way, and Pettyjohn takes it in for a defensive score to make it 41-0.
Yeah, I think
ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by the defense for a touchdown.
Wow.
Looked like the back was down on his backside, laying on his back, and maybe the ball didn't hit the ground. We'll have to, I'm sure they're going to take another look at that. They take a look at every play.
They sure do.
We'll see if they put a little extra scrutiny on that one.
But as it stands now, freshman linebacker Riley Pettyjohn with a fumble recovery to give Ohio State their first defensive touchdown of the season. For the moment, holding a 41-0 lead. Buckeyes to their own 34-yard line. Keenholz feeds Peoples, running right side, hits his 35, gets to the 40, hurdles and gets knocked down at about the 43-yard line as James Peoples tried to pull a Saquon Barkley and go airborne before he was finally put down by cornerback Jalen Gilliard.
Yeah, run over those guys, right? I mean, going in the air like that is dangerous for you.
Yes.
It might look good on a highlight, but it's dangerous for the ball carrier.
Bo Jackson is in at tailback. He aligns to the left of quarterback Lincoln Keenholz, and Keenholz will fire down middle of the field where it is caught. The receiver is dropped. Bryson Rogers at the 10, picking up a 1st and goal. The Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone as Bryson Rogers came off the right flank to make that big catch.
Lincoln Keenholz now 3 of 4 throwing the football.
Looking good doing it. Bo Jackson, single setback. Lincoln Keenholz under center, Josh Padilla. Now Claire motioning into a fullback position. Keenholz feeds it Bo Jackson, going straight ahead to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone for a touchdown run of 11 yards for freshman Bo Jackson from Villa Angela St. Joseph's High School. Ohio State now has a lead of 48-0 over Grambling State.
I believe that was his first carry, wasn't it?
I believe it is.
First one in the end zone. Not a bad way to start if you're Bo Jackson. Of course, we remember a great Bo Jackson out of Auburn who played baseball and football, NFL, and Major League Baseball in his career. Bo knows.
And this Bo knows how to get to the end zone for the Ohio State Buckeyes. I believe they've got Quentin Ross in now playing center. Handoff will go to Cruz straight ahead, and he stood up and pushed backward and driven into the ground by Riley Pettyjohn, linebacker, who just gave him an old Jumpy Gathers and forklifted him.
Former teammate of mine, Jumpy Gathers. Jumpy was a lot of fun.
He was a good player, too.
He played for the New Orleans Saints, and then we traded for him.
There must have been a fumble and a recovery for Ohio State.
Yeah, we'll see if they review that.
Man, all of a sudden the defense ran off the field. The offense is coming back out.
Riley causing all kind of damage.
Wonder if he came up with the ball.
Now he made the big hit. I think
Did he wrestle it away?
Sitanile came up with it. Epi Sitanile, number 44, might have came up with that football.
Oh, wow. Lincoln Kienholz looks to throw. Looking, shoots out on a left angle, and it is caught. Handling the ball, Mylan Graham wiggles by defender, going left side to the 15 and pushed out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Mylan Graham, as he gets forced out of bounds by safety Quentin Daly, and the Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone thanks to that catch by Mylan Graham from New Haven, Indiana.
Yeah, the drive started on the 41-yard line, and now they got it all the way down to the 11-yard line, or 12-yard line.
Pistol formation with Kienholz at quarterback, gets the snap, hands it to Isaiah West, started wide right, runs out the middle, and takes it all the way to the end zone for a score. 12-yard touchdown run, Isaiah West of Ohio State. Buckeyes adding more on the scoreboard. Their lead is now 55-0 over Grambling State.
Yeah, great cut there by Isaiah West. He started to the right, cut it back to the middle of the field, and turned on the turbos and ends up in the end zone. Telling Bo Jackson, I can do that too.
Ashton Fry receives a snap, pivots to his left, looking to throw. He's in trouble. He's grabbed, and he's thrown down around the 12-yard line. This Ohio State lineman Zion Grady, freshman from Alabama, makes the play for the big loss.
Second sack of the ball game for Ohio State, and the first one of Zion Grady's career. 6'4", 258 freshman's got a bright future here for Ohio State.
I think they said they were using him to mimic Colin Simmons to get ready for the Texas game last week.
Yes.
Gets the snap, fakes a handoff, back to throw, tosses where it's caught by Thurman at the 20, moves middle of the field to the 11, where Jelani Thurman is finally tackled. He found an open seam, moved right down the middle before Osiris Smith, linebacker, stops him. Buckeyes in the Giant Eagle red zone. Robertson Jackson behind him in the eye, nobody out wide. And Kienholz back to throw, looks, lofts it into the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Jelani Thurman. As Kienholz found him, Jelani Thurman with his second career touchdown catch, his first of the season. Lincoln Kienholz, his first collegiate touchdown pass, and it's 62-0 Ohio State.
Well, 4th and 1, what have we done out of that formation every time we ran the football? This time they just go a little play action. No one's covering Jelani Thurman. He's open in the back of the end zone, and Lincoln Kienholz puts it on the money. As you mentioned, his first career touchdown pass as a Buckeye.
The single setback behind Tavian St. Clair in a shotgun. St. Clair hands it off. And that is Jackson running right side loose to his own 40 down the right sideline to the 50. Bo Jackson to the 40 of Grambling State and taken out of bounds at the Grambling State 25-yard line is Bo Jackson. Finally, he was driven out of bounds by safety Katrevic Banks. First down, big gain for Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo Jackson had 7 carries for 47 yards. Before that, he might get close to 100 before it's all said and done if they keep feeding him the football.
St. Clair gets the football, hands it to Dixon, running straight ahead into the end zone, Sam Dixon. For his first collegiate touchdown at Ohio State. Sam Dixon runs it in. The Buckeyes add 6 more points on the scoreboard. Their lead is 69-0 over Grambling State. Ashton Fry, the quarterback. Now motioning McClendon, the tailback, back into the backfield. That's going to take care of it. Couldn't snap it in enough time, and the game ends. Final score, 70-0. Ohio State defeats Grambling State here at Ohio Stadium. This is the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.